So our next stop is going to be the team at Insta360. They're a manufacturer that we're just starting to initiate coverage on with this show. I'm impressed by some of the things that I've seen from them. They've obviously taken something like 60 or 70% of the action camera market in the US. And one of the things that I'm most impressed about is that as opposed to most of the UC manufacturers that have come from the UC side and added in high quality optics, what they've done is they've taken their high quality optics from the action camera side and then started to move that into the B2B collaboration market. So we're using their microphones now, their new Mic Pros, which just came out a couple of months ago. They're now finally available to purchase. I'm using it right now. And we're going to go talk to them about their Wave and their Link 2 Pro cameras and their Connect bar and some of the other features. Let's go take a look and see what they have to say. Okay, so we're still at InfoComm 2026, and I'm here at the Insta360 booth in their little conference room with Chibayo.
Yes.
Did I pronounce that right? Close enough. We've been talking about pronunciation before we started recording, and this is the first time that Talking Points is initiating coverage of Insta360. Now, Insta360's got an interesting story, and correct me and fill this in if I get any of it wrong. Most of the UC companies that we cover take this from the unified communications side. And you guys didn't. You guys started with the action cameras,
exactly,
which are one of the most popular action cameras in the world. You know, I'm a judge. I attend CES all the time, and you can't walk around 5 feet without seeing the yellow bags everywhere that everybody's carrying. And you've decided to take the expertise in optics and cameras and start to move them into the collaboration space.
Yes.
So the first product you had out was the camera, which was remind me the name of the little camera?
Webcam Link series.
So it's Link series or Link 2 or Link 2 Pro.
Well, we had Link and then Link 2, Link 2 Pro. So there are 3 generations
so 3 generations of that camera, and that's an automatic EPTC camera that does tracking. And we'll shoot some video of it so we have a copy of it. And then there's a module that it fits on called the Wave,
yes,
which now adds like 360 audio,
yes,
to that camera and bring it in. And then what we're looking at behind us is your conference video bar. And what's the name of that product?
It's Connect.
So it's the Insta360 Connect.
Yes.
Now that is an Android video bar, or is it a pass-through video bar?
It's the Android video bar.
Android, so it has the built-in Zoom application if I want to do Zoom calls.
So Zoom certification is done. So Zoom Rooms is on the way, and also we are working with Teams for the certification as well.
Okay, so for now it'll do Zoom compatible calls.
Yes.
But you're working for calling, but you're working on the Zoom Room certification, and
yes,
you're in process with Teams.
Yes.
Now it's an
right,
interesting camera. I've not seen one like that before, where you're on a mechanical PTZ inside behind a piece of glass.
Yes.
That's kind of interesting. So you have an EPTZ wide shot camera, and then if you can actually look into the glass and see the camera moving. I don't think anybody else is doing that.
So I think our company is very good at delving into unfound or unmet consumer needs. So what we realized is that while everyone is sort of using 2 or 3 wide-angle camera and some stitched them together, there is not really any player in the field that focus on the visual quality, where you can give a nice portrait of the, say, presenter or the very important person that's on the far end of the table. So that's where we added the PTC camera. So by digital zooming in, you can have 6 times zoom in and have a very nice crystal clear picture or portrait of the person. And when looking into the details, you also see there is a unique feature called whiteboard mode, where we use the PTZ camera we trained AI to understand what a whiteboard looked like. Mm-hmm. And then the PTZ camera looks at it, it would enhance the writing, and it would make a virtual float of the writing layer. So that's all done and achieved by the unique PTZ camera. So there are a few unmet needs that we address with the PTZ camera.
And one of the other uniquenesses is that all of these products that we've been talking about can tie together and connect together.
Right.
You're sitting in a room right now that's got a couple of your webcams as external
Yep.
cameras, plus the center cam,
1, 2, and then 3.
plus the wave on the table. So now they all become a modular bundle that you can
That's right.
add and subtract and take pieces away.
Yes.
And that becomes, it lets you cover a much wider space.
Yes. So from our research of the users, we realized that now people are really struggling with the trouble of deployment. So whenever you introduce a new product, there are hidden costs during the the deployment and training sessions. What we really hope to do is, by modular, as you mentioned, settings, we allow the users to decide where to look at, and it's really simple to deploy. So for example, when we have the all-in-one video bar connect in a room, and you found somewhere to be missing, for example, a corner next to the TV, you really want to give a portrait of that area. Then you add a link, a webcam. Just 100, 200 bucks, and you solve the problem. And just by a simple cable, it would work together with the Connect. So very easy to deploy, and then it solves the problem with 4K resolution camera, and then it works perfectly. So that's how we address the pain point bit by bit. Although I would say our product portfolio is very simple, just 3 as we counted, 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it works when they are bundled and they are more powerful in one.
And you can make different combinations in different
Yes.
scenarios with them
Yes.
for what the specific needs are.
Right.
Now, it's about 2 years old, right? A year and a half,
Yeah.
2 years old. How are you doing in terms of market penetration? You starting to get users select the product in the US, or is this still very new for you?
I would say it depends on the market. For example, our webcam is doing quite a good job. So in the high-end market on Amazon US, it's actually taken quite a few momentum and is now the number 1 brand in terms of market share in that high-end market. So and for the others, they are more like B2B channel oriented. So for Wave and then Connect, we need to build channel partners. We need to accumulate resources to help us distribute the product across the world.
So that's an interesting new set of products from Insta360 that we're covering that are doing things a little different than everybody else. Obviously, the bar is a very new generation. They don't have their certifications completely in place yet, and they're getting there. But the idea that you can modularly connect up their smart camera with their Wave product, with their Connect bar, with the PTZ inside the gimbal, it's really innovative. And the microphone that I'm using, they've done a really nice job with some of the products that they're creating. We're going to start covering it. I'm going to try them over the next few weeks, and we'll see what they turn out. But I'm impressed with the company so far.